Okay, hello everyone. I'm Rudy, the APAC partner of Instones. I'm really delighted to be the host of this Fireside chat, and a really pleasure to have you, Christina, here with us today. And let me just briefly introduce Instones. We are founded in 2018. We are leading Web3 infrastructure provider in this market. And over the past 6 years, we have already integrated more than 100 blockchain protocols. We are running validators and operators on them. And of course, recently, restaking is the hottest topic in the market. And we are also EigenLayer operator. And you guys may know that EigenLayer has already upgraded their mainnet contract. And so you guys can now delegate to different operators. And we would be very appreciated if you can delegate to us, and we will ensure you the asset safety and also a high return. Yeah, and come back to our conversation. So before this fireside chat, I'm also sitting down downstage and listening to the last panel. Real Network, England Labs, they are discussing the opportunity and the risk of the restaking whole market, but our fireside chat, I think, is a very interesting angle that I can see how a project quickly grow in this rapidly growth market. So I'm really looking forward to it, to sharing, Christina. And would you mind just introduce yourself and Puffer first?
Of course. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it for the opportunity for Puffer having this stage, as the liquid restaking project, only liquid restaking project here on the stage. So I'm Christina. I'm the CMO, actually one of the founding team members of Puffer Finance. My Bitcoin journey started back in 2014 when I studied MBA in London. A classmate of mine, I was originally from Boston. I was rotating to London. He was mining Bitcoin since the very beginning. He, of course, got a lot of Bitcoin and gave me some in 2014, asking me, Christina, please help me to check out if Bitcoin could be accepted as a payment in London. That is how I got my first Bitcoin, and ever since I got hooked about the whole ecosystem. And after graduation, I started working in Silicon Valley. And for the past 6.5 years, I have been building a crowd-chain trading protocol. But of course, I'm also very enthusiastic with everything in the crypto space. I'm a farmer myself. I'm also a very early NFT adopter. I got a BAYC the second day when they minted out. I'm very into the community and helping the whole NFT community grow. I've been speaking about NFTs a lot here and there. I'm also a co-founder of a Bay Area WSB. The community talking about crypto 24/7. And out of the community, I'm also a co-founder of APE Capital that bought in 48 apes when the floor was still under one. I'm also very into DeFi since DeFi summer, and all those experience really helped me to get into the project of Puffer. As you know, Puffer is a native liquid restaking protocol. You can say it's a rising star compared with a lot of the old names that were new, but we're doing something very innovative, and I have the confidence that we can do something even better.
Great to know your journey. And so you are quite an OG in this industry, like Bitcoin OG, NFT OG. And I know that before you become the CMO of Puffer, previously you are advisor of them, but then you join them as CMO. So I want to know, what's the strongest motivation for it?
Yeah, that's a good question. So that will start the story how I met the founding team of Puffer, Amir and Jason. Amir is the founder and CEO of Puffer. Jason is the founder and the CTO. I met the team like 2 years ago when they just started out their startup journey in East Denver. You know, they only had the idea doing computing, privacy computing, and it's very, very technical, but still, I like the team. They're very humble and asked my help, like, can you introduce some investors and stuff? Even though I didn't understand, it's very, very technical, but I still introduced some of my investor friends in Silicon Valley. That's Dr. Rollin, founder of LTech, said, oh, they're doing something really interesting, meaningful. And I gave a little push, please, invest in them. And guess what he did? And another investor friend I introduced also invested, and that's how they got their first 2 tracks in their life. They were very excited and very appreciative, immediately onboarded me to be an advisor. I was still doing my crowdfunding project, but by the way, the project has been very, very like a stable, I can say, successful because our native token already listed on Coinbase. And then I started helping them more. I introduced them more investors, engaging other advisors like DeFi Dad, Mr. Block. And by the way, Mr. Block also joined the team as a co-team member later. And also many other good people came to help us. And that time they thought that they were very, very lucky they met Christina, could help them to grow. But later it was me, very lucky because Amir and Jason doing really, really good. They got Ethereum Foundation's recognition. They gave us a grant before we reached out to ask for them because they met Justin Drake. Justin Drake believed their underlying technology is very helpful to help Ethereum more decentralized. How? Because can help protect the solo validators. Adding a hardware layer, maybe because of time, maybe because of me, I don't want to go into too much details about technology side of the things, but Ethereum Foundation really like our underlying technology and inspired by the Ethereum Foundation and Justin Drake. He himself later came on board to advise the team, inspired by them. We did a little pivot. And it was in Chicago, Southwest Jump later invested in us. We did the brainstorming together. We did a little pivot to be a liquid staking platform. At that time, just staking. Later, Eigenlayer came out. We became a restaking project. What we wanted to do, we want to protect the solo validators by by providing them anti-slashing layer, and then more solo validators can join the Ethereum node operators, so can increase the diversity of the node validator set in terms of geography, in terms of a lot of diversity stuff, and then to have Ethereum more decentralized. As you know, what concerns Ethereum the most? Mm-hmm. Of course, they have a lot of things going on. So EIP, a lot of EIP proposed to increase the efficiency, but being centralized is one thing they concern the most. That is the reason why they really supported Puffer to do the pivot, and then come down to how I joined the team later because of this, because of what we want to do, and got the support from Ethereum Foundation and a lot of visionary venture fund also supported us, and I involved a lot about this project and after working with the team, Amir Jason, for day-to-day basis for about 1.5 years. I helped with about everything except the coding part, like legal entity registration, marketing structure, hiring people, operations, fundraising, and really like the team, like the vibe. They work extremely hard, smart, and they're young. Yeah, that's true. Got out of school not too long, but they're growing really fast. And in the end, after the pivot, we believe we are doing something really meaningful to the whole ecosystem. So I just decided to join the team on full-time base from an advisor. And I believe this is the most right decision I have made. Thank you.
Fascinating. And since you are CMO of Puffer, so I want to discuss something about the marketing strategy. I noticed that actually your marketing strategy is quite interesting, I would say, because I'm also like following up with other LRTs in the market. First, your name is so special, right? Puffer. Actually, honestly speaking, first time I know Puffer, I cannot imagine that you are doing restaking. And also, for the campaign, for other projects, they will call their campaign like a points campaign or loyalty campaign, but your campaign is quite interesting. Crunchy carrot, right? And you have different chapters for it. It sounds like a story, an interesting story. Actually, personally, I buy in and I deposit some ETH into Puffer. But I want to learn more from you. So how you design this campaign, and could you tell us more about it?
Yeah, what about let's start from the name of Puffer. A lot of people told me, I believe it must be you come up with the name. It's not from like a technical person could get such a good name. So originally, the very beginning, our project name was Portal. And then when we wanted to do the pivot, and then we want to do the rebranding at the same time, doing startup is not an easy journey. And the very beginning, we faced a lot of challenges. And Amir was the one, sometimes being upset, became I told him, you're like a pufferfish, meaning you cannot touch him. You're going to be, really like pinch you. And then when we wanted to pivot, okay, let's just use Puffer. And everybody was laughing. They thought it's not serious. It's not possible to use this name. However, I started thinking about it seriously. We could use Puffer, And I had a long debate with Jason why we need Puffer. They want something serious, a technical name like Curve. And then, I gave him many reasons why we need them. But mainly, this could have a better connection with the community, so playful, and then we can do a lot of memes around it. And then there's even the emoji, on Apple ecosystem, Apple phone. There's a Puffer, and the community in the end really, really like it. And so many memes going on by the community. And Puffer itself, you cannot mess around. The spike is gonna pinch you if you mess around. This is something we can provide. We can provide a protection to the validators. And Puffer is in the ocean is related to the pool. And this is related to what we do, liquid staking. And in the end, we came up with the Puffer. So talking about the campaign, so that relates to our vision. We want to keep Ethereum decentralized. But why and how? And why we're doing this? As you know, something concerns Ethereum is the dominance of one big liquid staking provider, as you all know, that's Lido. Once their market share was more than 33%, and the community wanted no self-capping. And it became a big discussion on social media. Became a big concern. So we designed the campaign like a crunchy carrot quest. We designed a little game theory there. Like we created a character named Puffy. Okay, Puffy is here. Throw out a letter. Oh, you got my letter? You know what? My mission is to keep Ethereum C decentralized. You need to join me. And then we designed the whole, theory game around it into different chapters. Tell me who you are, bind your Twitter, and then how much you want to support us. And this is how Crunchy and and each STEs is a carrot. We need to eat them, and in the end, we're going to convert those carrots to be real ETH to bring the centralized, to bring back the centralization. So that is a whole game and theory of the Crunchy Carrot campaign.
Sounds interesting. And looking backward, I would say that's really a good choice, and it really differentiates Puffer among those LRTs. But looking forward, I mean, there are lots of LRTs in the market. You know, Ether.fi, Renzo, and Puffer, and other names. And from users' perspective, actually, they looks really similar, right? You are providing similar APY, similar points, and similar tokens. So I really want to ask how Puffer you are positioning yourself in the LRT space, and what do you think would be the key factors to space this LRT space?
This is a great question. This is a question I really like. We can talk the whole day. I will make it short. So for now, the restaking is not really there. Eigenlayer just launched their partially mainnet, made an announcement yesterday, but the real restaking is still not there. So the few players in the market, Puffer, Renzo, Swell, Ether.fi, they are actually playing a points game and TVL game. You know, the giving away, eigen points and their own points. Puffer also give points too. In the short term, seems like Ether.fi and Renzo, they're having a bigger TVL. And they are very aggressively integrating their staked ETH into a lot of DeFi platforms. However, in the long run, I believe this is just the beginning of the race. In the long run, it is about how value aligned you are with Ethereum, how value aligned you are with the blockchain. And this is exactly what a Puffer is focusing. Puffer spent more than half a year to design our base layer. Got a lot of support by Ethereum Foundation, people involved in the designing. We are designing something truly permissionless. And not only that, we want to lower the bound, then everybody can participate at the validator costs. And so we can be truly permissionless, lower bound, more people can participate. We can bring decentralization to the Ethereum. So even though we're a little late to the game, but the Crunchy Carrot campaign got huge success. In a very short time, we got more than 1.3 billion TVL. It is just a lot of value aligned people want to join the costs. So a lot of people said the founders are musicians, they are young, they are probably inexperienced in the space. However, I think this is a positive thing. Because they're young, they don't care. They want to do something, they don't stick with the status quo. They want to stick their dream to make some big changes. And because of this, we have a lot of people join us and supported us, like Justin Drake himself. If you know who is our what multi-stakeholder, you're going to be surprised. Justin Drake, David Hoffman, Anthony Sassano, they are very well-respected people, industry leader in this space. By the way, we also finished the last round of fundraising. You look out at the news. We will be releasing in the next few weeks. You will be very surprised who is in our investors list. You will be surprised why they're supporting Puffer. Do not underestimate the value, the power of vision, because they want to support a good cause. They want to support some project can really help the ecosystem to grow. Otherwise, we even won't be here. And this is exactly what Puffer is doing. I know I would like to call all of you to join Puffer as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And last question. I really want to ask. So, because in the company-wise, we are partners. We are also supporting you, Puffer. And personally, I also deposit my ETH into Puffer. So I really want to ask. So, as next step, what do you will take? So, as strategy initiative, what do you will take as next step?
Yeah, I actually want to ask you why InfoStone, a lot of people said, Puffer is young, probably they don't have experience. Why InfoStone came through, probably was the first, as one of the biggest node operator on Lido, but you became the first that came to support Puffer, wanted to work with Puffer, and why?
Yeah, at that time, you grow really rapidly, and we just, we are the infrastructure provider, and we are integrating so many protocols. So we really don't want to miss out this opportunity to collaborate with Puffer. And in the future, we also want to know what you are doing and how we can support you.
Yeah, you see, that's the power of vision. That's the power of doing things right. The biggest Lido node operator came to work with Puffer, and this is gonna be our strategy going next. Keep doing the right things, and have a lot of good people like yourself. Work with a lot of good people like yourself, and of course some other operation strategies, working with the good communities, while you align the people, hire the best talents in this space, and get our Puff East and later our native token to be more liquid in the market, and everybody could join Puffer because it's gonna be incentivized, lower bound, higher reward, and we grow together to make the Ethereum more decentralized, contribute to whole ecosystem.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christina, for today's sharing your vision and your insight about Puffer. And thank you, audience. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.